Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I had a quick question. What is one of your favorite memories as a kid? Was it a piece of clothing you used to wear? Was it a game you used to play? Today's nail set is inspired by Zoopals animal themed paper plates for kids that created a fun way to eat meals. I am so excited to share this set with you all and the products that I'm going to be using. So stay tuned to see the process of creating these nails. I already put my base color on. I went with a simple base since I'm going to be focusing more on the nail art itself. And I have these Kaale 3D sculpting gels from Amazon that came with several colors. Initially, I had no idea what kind of set I wanted to create with these. I've been pondering for a while, but then I finally just sat with them, stared at them, and decided that I could do something related to my childhood. And that's how Zoo Pals really popped into my head. I remember there being various animals and things I could do. And so I was looking at the green one and immediately thought of a frog and remembered that there was a frog shaped Zoopal, and that's pretty much how this whole idea developed for me. But right now I'm starting with what I felt like was the easiest animal to start with, which was a panda. So I've grabbed the white sculpting gel and I rolled it out, but now I'm just placing it onto the nail. And I like that these gels also came with a silicone tool. I've been wanting this specific tool with like a cylinder kind of wedge. So it's nice that I didn't have to purchase it separately, but I'm using that tool to press down in the center, and I did place this one a little off center on accident. I'm shaping it out. I want it to look as close to a plate as possible. However, it's not going to be perfect, but I feel like once I started painting them, the imperfections of the shape wasn't as noticeable. This gel was breaking apart at first. I'm not sure why, but I only had this issue starting out, so I believe this is the only time this happened throughout the video. I mean, they are new and they had been sitting for about a month before I got into them, so that could have played a role. I'm using the sharper end of the tool to create some indentions to make it appear like the real thing. Next, we have to add on the ears. So again, I'm going to roll out another piece, but this is going to be about 2 times smaller than the size I just used. I'm using the black gel for this part since the panda's ears are black. This made things much easier instead of having to paint the gel, which is honestly why I wanted these. I'm using the pointy end of my tool to shape the ears, so all I'm doing is pressing down in the center and maneuvering the gel around. Next, it's time to start painting on the details of the face, which is pretty easy since I only need 2 colors. I'm using this Model 1's black gel polish, which I ordered from Amazon to start off with this design. I'm also going to use a dotting tool for the first step since the eyes are more rounded. And then I also have a detailer brush that I'm going to use for my nail art, which is designed to paint fine details. So you will see me alternating between the two. When I practice character nail art, it is my favorite brush to use. For the eyes, I'm using this color white chalk, which is in the D&D brand, and I'm putting a small amount onto my nail palette. I'm going to be switching between the white and black to best recreate the panda's face, but I am making sure to cure in between layers so that my colors don't mix. I decided I'm going to top coat everything at the end, so stick around to see how these look after a glossy top coat. But next we're moving on to the frog. I'm using this green sculpting gel and doing the same process to create my plate. For this plate, the frog's eyes are actually the ears of the plate, so I'm taking some white and going in there to paint the eyes in. Next, I'm getting into the other details of the frog, so I will be painting on what looks like the frog's throat or stomach. I honestly don't know the anatomy of a frog, but yeah, I'm just gonna try to replicate it as best as I can. Next, I'm going to be making a whale. This one was honestly my favorite one, but I want to know which one is your favorite after you've seen them all. Again, I'm creating the plate, but this one is a little different as the smaller sections will be added to the side. There's so many reasons that I like this one in particular. One is because the color is so pretty to me, but two being that the placement on those two sections is different than the first two. Again, I'm painting on the face of the whale. This one has a little blowhole too, so I'm going to use black, white, and blue to create that as well here shortly. Now I'm making the pig plate, and of course I'm using pink to do this, and then I will paint on the face with black. Lastly, I'm creating the butterfly plate. This one was the most difficult one because of the details, but I will say this was my second favorite one to do. Now I'm going to quickly top coat these, and I really love how they look after. This is the finished set. I hope these gave you a little bit of nostalgia, but which one is your favorite? Let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.